welcome to the Acadian Archives of the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Bonsoir et bienvenue aux archives acadiennes de l'Université du Maine à Fort Kent. Before introducing our first speaker, I'd like to acknowledge the members of the organizing committee of the 2014 World Acadian Congress, which is making this evening possible. This is an international pre-Congress event. The works of art you see have been culled through a series of competitions, and they were selected to commemorate the 400th anniversary of Acadie. Alors, les œuvres d'art que vous verrez ce soir, que vous avez le plaisir de voir, ont été créées pour recréer le passé, le présent et l'avenir de l'Acadie et des Acadiens. Ils sont incroyables, ils sont de toutes couleurs et ils sont très inspirants. J'aimerais présenter, I would like to present the people who are on the World Acadian Committee. First, I'd like to present Martin Arsenault. Martin Arsenault is the Director of Communications, alors le directeur des communications. Marielle Landry, she is from Témiscouata. She is the president, the regional president of Témiscouata. France Lemoignan. What is your title now?
I'm doing communication with Martin and also the reception.
OK, bon, voilà, France. Ensuite, je fais le tour. Ensuite, nous avons Normand Cyr et son épouse Linda. Normand est président du comité régional du Maine. Norm is president of the regional committee of Maine. And his wife Linda is on the regional committee of Maine as well. Treasurer Secretary. Okay. Vice President Don Lévesque. Alors, le vice-président du comité régional du Maine, Don Lévesque. Le co-président de la région du Maine est Jason Parent. Il est ici avec son épouse. Alors, the co-president, the World Acadian Congress Committee has one president and three co-presidents, one from each of the regions forming the territory of Acadia of the Lands and Forests. And Jason is the co-president of the Maine region. Ensuite, Lorraine Pelletier-Marston is the regional coordinator of the Maine region of the World Acadian Congress. So she is working full-time for Maine. Et ensuite, ben, il y a moi. Me too. Okay. Alors, I would like to ask Martin Arsenault to come and say a few words, please. Martin, est-ce que tu viendrais nous dire quelques mots?
Bonsoir tout le monde, j'espère que vous serez indulgents. C'est mon premier discours en public. Alors, Monsieur S, Madame Hébert, Monsieur Cyr, Madame Pelletier, distingués invités, bonsoir. Il me fait énormément plaisir de vous adresser la parole ce soir à l'occasion de l'ouverture du vernissage de l'exposition d'ArtCAdie. Comme Madame Pelletier l'a mentionné, mon nom est Martin Arsenault et je suis directeur des communications pour le Congrès mondial acadien. Et je suis ici en remplacement de M. Émilien Nadeau, qui ne pouvait être présent parmi vous ce soir, mais il vous envoie ses plus sincères excuses. Alors, cette exposition qui débute son périple ici même à Fort Kent, au Maine, continuera son voyage un peu plus tard, cette année, sur les deux autres territoires de l'Acadie des terres et des forêts, soit le Témiscouata au Québec et le nord-ouest du Nouveau-Brunswick. Ce genre d'activité est l'exemple parfait de partenariat que le Congrès mondial acadien désire voir naître par l'entremise de son passage dans cette belle région qu'est l'Acadie des terres et des forêts. Je reprends ce soir l'exemple d'un tête-à-marre qui se voudrait, à l'origine, un événement rassemblant où les gens faisaient du bruit, afin de laisser savoir au monde entier qu'ils étaient là et que c'était pour y rester. Le Congrès mondial acadien se veut un peu le même type d'événement, car il est un événement rassemblant qui vous permettra de faire de faire découvrir votre merveilleuse région de l'Acadie des terres et des forêts au monde entier et plus particulièrement à l'ensemble de la diaspora acadienne. 2014 sera donc pour vous votre moment pour laisser savoir que vous êtes là et que c'est pour y rester. Ce soir, nous avons l'opportunité d'accueillir par l'entremise de l'Acadie du Québec une exposition de renommée mondiale. Cette exposition, mise sur pied lors des célébrations du 400e de l'Acadie, célébrera lors de la tenue du Congrès mondial acadien son 10e anniversaire. Vous aurez la chance de découvrir au travers ces œuvres les merveilles de la diaspora acadienne. En terminant, j'aimerais réitérer ma joie d'être parmi vous ce soir, mais également mon enthousiasme vis-à-vis des responsabilités qui m'ont été confiées, soit celles des communications du Congrès mondial acadien 2014. J'aurai non seulement l'opportunité d'accueillir de nouvelles expériences, mais également de découvrir cette région qui est l'Acadie des terres et des forêts. Sur ce, mesdames et messieurs, bonne soirée et bon vernissage.
I'd like to invite Jason Parent to say a few words in English, and if he would, please try to translate Martin's words for us. Alors, Jason, bienvenue, s'il te plaît, si tu veux présenter quelques mots. Merci.
Merci Lise pour la direction. C'est mon tour là, pour parler en anglais avec vous autres ce soir. So je vais transférer ma langue en anglais pour cette occasion. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here this evening for the opening of l'ArtCAdie for this very exciting exhibit that's part of the pre-congrès activities for the Congrès mondial acadien. It's certainly my pleasure as Maine's co-president and Maine's lead delegate at the international level to be here this evening, and certainly my pleasure to come back home to the Valley for this occasion, in Fort Kent especially, which for 8 years was our home. My wife Kimberly's here with me this evening, and our 2 children are at home in Caribou, but certainly would have made for a much more lively evening had they been here with us this evening, I can guarantee you all that. But it is great to have the opportunity for Maine to not only host this exhibit, but to be the first of the 3 regions of l'Acadie des terres et forêts, or Acadia of the Lands and Forests, the host region for the 5th World Acadian Congress, the very first World Acadian Congress that will be held along an international border. We are very pleased to host this exhibit here in Maine because, as many of you in this room know, it was Maine's involvement in the bid process for hosting of the 2014 World Acadian Congress that really attracted this bid and really won this bid for our international region. It was the story of the people in this room and our ancestors that really captivated the visiting jury 3 years ago to select us as the host site. And I think that it's important that I impress upon all of you this evening just how tremendous an honor and a privilege it is for us to be able to host the World Acadian Congress in 2014. This is something that is probably not going to come along in our region again in most of the folks in this room's lifetime, and it's a very exciting opportunity for us all to really rally around this cause. And I'm particularly happy to be here in Fort Kent in the Acadian Archives, in a facility that celebrates and preserves our language, history, and culture in this region, to say that this, of all the work that I have been involved in the last 15 years in terms of preserving and promoting the Acadian culture, I truly see the opportunity of us hosting the World Acadian Congress as the pinnacle opportunity in my lifetime, up to this point anyway, to really draw attention to the many wonderful attributes of our culture here in this valley, and to really use it as both a cultural and economic force to move this region forward. So as we move forward with other pre-congrès activities such as this one in the coming months and in the coming years, there will be a lot of other exciting activity this summer, but also in the years yet to come. I really encourage folks here in Fort Kent in particular, as many of you from this room are from Fort Kent, to really get engaged and involved in this activity. This is not going to be, for those of you who are familiar with, obviously, the Biathlon World Cups and those wonderful activities that have come to Fort Kent. This is not going to be something that if you miss this one, you can catch the next one the next time around. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So please do not miss out on the opportunity to get involved and get engaged and make the World Acadian Congress happen in your respective communities. Thank you very much to Lise and Anne here at the Acadian Archives for hosting this, President Hess and Mrs. Hess for the wonderful support that the University of Maine at Fort Kent has extended to the World Acadian Congress, in particular Maine's involvement in the World Acadian Congress. And I look forward to seeing you all in the months and in the years ahead as we bring the World Acadian Congress to our region and really transform what it means to be an Acadian community in northern Maine and in l'Acadie d'ArtCAdie, our wonderful new region with our partners in Quebec and in New Brunswick as well. So thank you all, and please enjoy the rest of your evening.
Merci beaucoup, Jason. Thank you so much, Jason. I'd like to call on President Hess to say a few words. S'il vous plaît, Monsieur le Président.
Merci. Bonsoir. Bienvenue. It is it's challenging for me to follow a native French speaker and a gentleman who is bilingual and a public relations professional to boot. So I'm fortunate that I'm on familiar ground, but other than that, I'm somewhat overwhelmed by the two preceding speakers. But please let me express on behalf of the University of Maine at Fort Kent our thanks to all of you for being here tonight. The University of Maine at Fort Kent is proudly the only institution of higher learning in the state of Maine, or for that matter anywhere in the United States, that has preservation and celebration of the Acadian heritage as part of its mission. The room that we're assembled in today, and the work of the dedicated staff here who've built a tremendous resource and a tremendous collection are a manifestation of that, and we're very proud of them. And if you would just, for a moment, join me in thanking them for the wonderful dedication and the great good work that they do. And then a round of applause for the wine. Oh, I'm sorry. We knew we could get the band. But in all seriousness, we're humbled and honored by the distinction of being able to preview l'ArtCAdie. This collection is, as many of you know, a significant collection of art of the region. It speaks in many different voices and images to the heritage that we share across this river and the international boundaries, but the common heritage that we have. I encourage you this evening to spend time looking at this art and coming to express your own appreciation for what it means to you. Our pledge this summer is to use this exhibit here at the Acadian Archives to host a series of events, small and large, to not only champion our heritage, but to communicate and presage, if you will, the coming of the Acadian Congress in 2014. There is much that we all have to do to spread the word throughout the length and breadth of our political jurisdictions of the significance and importance of this upcoming event. And we celebrate it amongst ourselves, but also with those who come to visit. That's our pledge to you. While this exhibit is here, we are honored. Again, we're grateful for the work of the staff here who brought it here, for the representatives of the Congress who've honored us with allowing us to show this in the States for the first time, and for all of you for coming this evening. Thank you so very much for being with us, and thank you for the wonderful heritage of the Acadian people that we're here to celebrate.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being here tonight. Merci de votre présence si importante ici ce soir. As you read through the catalog and examine the art pieces, you'll notice how cleverly the artists have woven together past, present, and future of Acadie and Acadians. Les artistes ont réussi avec brio à marier le passé, le présent et l'avenir de l'Acadie et des Acadiens. Les archives acadiennes, whose mission is to preserve, celebrate, and disseminate knowledge about Franco-Americans and Acadians of the St. John Valley, really hopes to continue offering exhibits as we have been in the past and as we are tonight, and hopefully in the not too distant future in a permanent museum and an expanded research and archival center. Alors, nous espérons vraiment continuer le travail que nous avons amorcé, Anne Chamberlain et moi, mon assistante, on n'est pas beaucoup ici, hein, deux, de continuer à vous offrir des soirées comme celle-ci, mais aussi des occasions éducatives par les classes et aussi l'occasion de faire de la recherche scientifique originale, mais ça ne peut se faire que dans un cadre beaucoup plus élargi. Et maintenant, je pense à un musée permanent qui mettrait en évidence les qualités, les traditions des Acadiens, mais aussi des Franco-Américains, et les personnes qui vivent le long des rivières Saint-Jean et Allagash. Cependant, one of our missions is when we say preservation and conservation, we do that here. We have vaults, and we are an archives in the sense that we do have vaults that preserve and restore. We do that as well. However, one of the features that we often dismiss or neglect is the French language. In this case, we're no longer talking of preservation. We're really talking about a rescue mission. Pourtant, notre plus grande richesse, la langue française, il n'est plus question en ce moment-ci de préserver, mais bien de secourir, d'aller la chercher. Alors, I would also hope that together we can build an institute of French learning, either French immersion or French heritage reacquisition out of the Acadian Archives. Alors, j'espère qu'un jour, tous ensemble, nous pourrons créer un centre de langue française d'immersion et d'acquisition de la langue d'héritage, cette très très belle langue qu'est le français. And now I would like you all to go around, take your time, view the beautiful pieces and sculptures, and read through the catalog. Keep the catalog, come back. The exhibit is going to be on all summer. Alors, please enjoy your evening. Don't forget, there's more wine and cheese. Alors, je vous invite à faire le tour, à regarder et admirer les belles pièces que nous avons, non seulement ce soir, mais tout l'été. Et je vous invite également à emmener vos amis, parce que ça en vaut le coup. Alors, bonne soirée.